Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Becoming You student orientation. Today, we're going to be talking about the Becoming You program and its steps and understand why setting goals is so important, understand how to best use the program to benefit from each step along the way and beyond the experience as well, and finally, know where to find additional resources for Becoming You. To begin with, Becoming You has 3 steps. The first step is experience details, goal setting, and skills selection form that needs to be completed on Experience Your website during the first 2 weeks of beginning work. This takes about 30 minutes to complete. After that, you'll meet with your coach for your first check-in meeting, and that takes about 30 minutes. And in the meeting, you'll be discussing about the goals that you've set for the semester and the skills that you want to develop during your experience. The second step is the midway check-in form, which needs to be completed on the Experience York website at the midpoint of your experience. It takes about 20 minutes to be completed, and in this form, you reflect on how you're doing to see whether you're on the right track and if you're progressing towards achieving your goals. You'll meet with your coach again for the midway check-in meeting, which will take about 15 to 20 minutes. And this is where your coach will be able to change anything for you. The third step is the final check-in form, which needs to be completed on the Experience York website at the end of your experience. It takes about 25 minutes to be completed, and here you reflect on your skill development throughout your experience and to see whether you were able to achieve your goals. You'll also complete a module on how to write an accomplishment statement. And after that, you'll meet with your coach for the final check-in meeting, which will take about 20 to 30 minutes. This is a perfect time to remind you all that the time you spend on completing these forms and meeting with your coach is counted towards your paid working hours. So please let your supervisor know how much time you spent on each of these forms and include it in your TRT as well. Moving on, to access the forms, you need to go to experience.yorku.ca, find the Students tab, and click on Login. This is a student experience, so you need to log in using your student passport, York ID, even if you have an employee account. And please make sure that you're not logged in with your employee account anywhere else because it might pick up that account and you will not be able to log in. And if you have any trouble logging in, we suggest that you use incognito mode. Once you log in, you can find Career Education and Development under the dashboard. Click on it and then click on Becoming You and then click on My Experiences. You will be automatically enrolled in your designated program by us, but please make sure that you're enrolled into the right program because sometimes mistakes can happen and delays can occur. Please read the program description to see if it applies to your situation or not. For example, for those who work for LANPS, the program that you'll be enrolled in is called GCIN. So if you cannot see that you're enrolled in the GCIN program, please email us and we will enroll you into the right program. For everyone else, there are 2 kinds of program, first and beyond. First meaning that this is your first time doing this, and beyond meaning that you've done this in the past. Once you identify your program, click on it. Now you'll see all the steps that you need to complete for the Becoming You program. The first step, called Experience Details, Goal Setting, and Skill Selection, is currently open, and to access this, you need to click on Create Placement Record and then click on Record. So let's go over all the questions that you'll be asked in the first form. The first part is experience details, where you will be asked about your position title. This can be found in your contract or your offer letter, your employee number, which is a 9-digit number that can be found in your HR self-serve. That's the place that you submit your working hours, your department name, which is the department you're currently working with, and your preferred email, which is the email that you want us to contact you with. This doesn't necessarily have to be your student or your employee email. The next step is your coach's detail. Your coach is someone who assigns you work or someone who you work closely with, but that's not always the case, so you need to ask your supervisor about it. Once you know your coach's information, enter their full name, job title, and email. And if you have a secondary coach, you can enter their information as well. Please make sure that you're writing the information correctly because we'll be linking you to them and they'll be able to see your forms to track your progress during the semester. And in your check-in meetings, they'll be able to edit your forms for you because once you submit your form, you cannot edit it yourself. Now I'm going to show you how to save your information in draft mode. This is really important because Experience York, the website, will automatically log you off after 30 minutes. So to save your information as draft, you need to go at the top of the screen of your form and click on Save as Draft button. And then to edit your form later, you need to come back to the form and click on this red button at the bottom right corner of your screen and then click on Edit. The next part is an e-class module, which takes about 10 minutes to be completed. To get started, you need to click on the Click Here button and it will take you to eClass. Now I'm going to be showing you how to enroll into the module. You just need to click on Enroll Me and it will take you to the activity. Once you enroll into the module, this is what it will look like. I'm going to skip a couple of slides that you can go through on your own time and come to the activity, which is called You've Got Skills. Here you'll see 71 skills that you can drag into one of these categories based on what you think, whether you have them or you don't have them. So it's just going to be dragging them, all the 71 cards. And the next slide is all the competencies that we have, the 6 competencies under which you can see all of the skills that you have or you don't have. The red are the ones that you don't have, and the green ones are the ones that you think you have. And this is a good activity because you can see the skills that you don't have and you can work on them. Once you're done with the module and the activity, you've got skills. The follow-up question is, what skills did you discover that you already have that you hadn't previously considered? And you'll enter your answer right here. Moving on, the next part is skill selection. Here you list 3 to 4 skills to work on during your experience, and we will ask you to choose skills that are related to your SMART goal because you have a higher chance of developing them. You will choose these skills from the competency dictionary that we have, and this can be found in our website or by clicking the link here. The last part of the form is the SMART goal setting. The first step in this part is writing about your dream or long-term professional goal. Your dream goal could be anything that usually takes a couple of years to achieve and is the ultimate goal of yours. For example, a dream goal of mine could be that I want to own my own business one day. And your dream goal does not necessarily have to be related to what you're doing in your current work study position, because at the end of your experience, you'll gain all the transferable and soft skills that will eventually help you achieve the long-term professional goal. A SMART goal stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, and you need to set at least one SMART goal to be achieved during your experience. Please make sure to follow the format that we've provided here and that your SMART goal is related to your current work study position. For the S part of the SMART goal, you need to write down what you want to specifically achieve. An example could be to be able to resolve conflicts on my team with a positive outcome. The second part of the SMART goal is measuring your progress. This part can be tricky for students, so we like to break it down into 3 categories. The first category is gaining knowledge about your goal, and this can be by attending a seminar or workshop or using an online learning course. And the second category is applying that knowledge. And here we suggest using numerical measurements as it will be easy to track your own progress. And the last category is getting feedback from your supervisor or doing a self-reflection. So an example would be by attending a workshop on conflict resolution and applying at least one key skill to at least 2 problems that arise on my team. I will then debrief each skill application with my supervisor, relaying what I learned and asking for feedback. The third part is whether your goal is attainable within your work study position or not. For a team leader, an example would be, yes, because as a team lead, I will probably face conflict situations within the team that need to be resolved. And the fourth part is whether your goal is relevant to your future goal or not. An example would be, yes, since I want to own my own business, it is something that I need to develop. And the last part is time-bound. Since all the students in the winter semester will complete their experience by the end of their contract, here you'll just select this option. I will achieve this by the end of my contract from this drop-down list. Now I'm going to show you the Becoming You website and all the resources that we provide. When you go to becomingyou.yorku.ca, you can go to the Students tab and you'll see all of the resources that we have available. For example, the check-in guidelines for students, as seen here, goes through all of the steps of becoming you and some of the questions that you could consider before meeting your coach. We also have a competency dictionary, which is also available in French. This dictionary goes through all of the 71 skills that are associated with these 6 competencies. For example, for the communication competencies, some skills are writing, communicating verbally, delivering presentations, facilitating groups, and so on. We also have a resource playbook, which goes through all of the 71 skills again, but this time with resources to use to improve each skill. For example, if you want to improve your writing skill, we have a writing center that offers a lot of students with support. And if you click on this link, you can go to their website and book an appointment. We have in-sources and out-sources for each skill. The in-sources are those that are offered by the university or through LinkedIn Learning courses, since York students can use the LinkedIn Learning courses for free using their Passport York ID. The outsources are those that are offered by any external links outside of the university. And you can see here that this is also offered in French. This is the end of the Becoming You student orientation, and I hope you found it very helpful. And if you have any questions or concerns, please email us at becomeyou@yorku.ca. Thank you.